So the first part that we're going to see is the idea of the project. So basically, we have created a open source project, which is a template for .NET New. So the template is based on a XAF application, including a XAF Web API. You can see it here. So you can download the source from this repository. Everything is open source. And here you will see right now we're in version 1.2. And it was released yesterday because we've been testing this a lot, like for a few weeks already. And we have something like this before, but it was not public because I personally had problems with Nuget ORG. I was not able to sign in. I lose my account. So now I have it back. So just one sec. So if you need something, you need to add a new feature or something, you can just come here and open an issue. I have not done the template for the issue yet, but that will come soon, maybe next week or over the weekend, because we've been working on that. As I tell you, it's like this is in active development right now for us. So this is what the XAF Blazor app template is all about. Basically, what we want to do is we want to improve the XAF application development in non-Windows OS. So by non-Windows OS, I mean all the type of flavors of Linux where VS Code runs, and macOS, so which is basically also a Linux. So that's the idea, because my laptop is Linux, so I run Ubuntu 20, I think, in laptop. And also this laptop is huge, so I don't take it out of home so much. It's like really too heavy. So usually what I take out is an old MacBook Pro, like, I mean, really old, like 10 years old, that is not running Mac OS, it's running also Ubuntu. So I did this out of necessity of being able to spin up a new project really quick, or as quick as I can, or as fast as I can, and then deploy and test it or show it to a customer. So I usually felt handicapped when I was not using Visual Studio, because I use CodeRush a lot, and I truly mean a lot. So I do like refactoring, and everything is a shortcut. So for me, it was impossible to say like I will use Visual Studio Code. And I asked Dennis, and I think also Mark Miller, if we can do something like for CodeRush in VS Code, but they said like, well, like we're busy in Visual Studio right now, so good luck with that. So we decided to do our own simple implementation. It's simple, but it's simple enough and usable. So basically, let's go back to the PowerPoint, or Impress. That's what it's called in Linux. So that's what we have about the template project. So now let's go to Nuget.org. So here, finally, since I was able to record my account, this is published by me. So the handler is the same as the one in Egarim, which actually is Mirage backwards. To tell you a little bit of the story about that, about that username, is that my neighbor and really good friend won a contest playing FIFA 94 or something like that, and he got like 2 internet connections for a year for free. So he gave me one, and his username was Mirage, and the second username was Mirage backwards, which is Egarim. So I've been using that username for a really long time. So, well, since this is not published in a private Nuget still, like we used to do before for the Sync framework templates and everything, you can get everything from here now. So that's kind of really cool. So the thing that you need to do to install this in any of your OS where .NET is running is just copy this line and execute it in the command prompt or the console or whatever you have. So basically what I'm going to do right now is I can run this, but I already have it, so it will show that it's running already. So let's run this here. If I paste this, it says that it's already installed, so nothing to do there. So let's see. Basically, in order to have the console actually available to .NET new command, what you need to do is in whatever OS you are using, you can see like all the supported OS in here. So macOS, Windows, and all the flavors of Linux, those are the biggest. You can make it run in any other, like for example, in anything that uses Snap as package manager. So whatever Linux version you have, because there are thousands of them, if you use Snap, then you just run the Snap and you will have the .NET CLI basically. So in my case, I'm running, as you can see here, actually Ubuntu 20 and Ubuntu 2022. So in general, like it was hard to move from .NET Core to Net 5. And then from Net 5 to Net 6 is just a jump. You just change the number and that's it. But I strongly recommend that you should have both runtimes and both SDKs when you install the CLI. So everything here is deprecated. So to be honest, it's like if you want to run .NET in anything that is not Windows, try to install the .NET SDK and runtime for 5 and 6, and you will be covering for most of the modern or new stuff. So okay, so knowing that that you have the .NET CLI running, then you can run the .NET commands like .NET new, for example. So that's what makes this available for us in general. So once that we have the runtime running and the SDK running, well, if you have VS Code, that can also be nice.